Hello everybody again. So I'm just going to take you guys down to the kind of the main drag of Sarajevo, and we're going to go from, this is basically the Austro-Hungarian side, I would say. All the architecture, well, not that building, that's typical Yugoslavian, but you'll see some in a moment here. Some of the architecture, like it's okay, so let me give you a quick history lesson of Sarajevo. So this is this city has been settled since like Neolithic times, okay? But I guess the earliest written word is kind of or evidence of people inhabiting. I'm an English teacher. I don't even know the word. Who have been inhabiting Sarajevo? It dates back to like the 9th century, actually, so the 800s. Anyways, later on, after the medieval period and everything, this is a very medieval country. But when the Austro-Hungarian Empire, it extended actually, all the way here. You can even see the church behind me. So this is where I'm talking about. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about when. You get this architecture from Vienna, from Prague, and all these cities that are in Central Europe and everything. And the thing is with Bosnia is like this east meets west center point, okay? So you got to understand the Ottomans came here, and they came here also like around 500 years ago. And Bosnian people, or Bosniaks, are actually a Slavic stock. Their language is similar, or it's part of the Slavic family. So I get by here. If somebody doesn't speak English, I can use my Slovak, my Czech, and basically, there's a lot of the words, a lot of similarities, and I can get by, and actually, I can do pretty well here. Actually, I've had a few conversations where they're speaking to me in Bosnian, and I'm trying kind of in Bosnian and in English and all kinds of other languages, or a mixture of everything. But yeah, I actually managed to understand them. So what happened was when the Ottomans came here back in the, let's say the 15th century, I could be wrong, could be the 16th century, but they ruled here for several hundred years. And so when the Turks invaded the region, actually when they came through the Balkans and everything, you'll find you'll find a lot of mosques, not only in Bulgaria. There used to be some in Greece, but most of them have been converted to churches or other purposes, but there's still some like standing there. But here, like as well as like in Macedonia, there are a lot of mosques, and so you'll see a lot of women walking around here, like in hijab, with niqab, with burqa. Okay, as you can see right behind me, somebody just passed. And what happened was when the Turks came, they gave the people a choice. They said, "Listen, we're not going to liquidate all of you guys. You can either convert to Islam, and if you do, then you don't have to worry about paying any taxes. Okay, if you don't, well, that's fine, but you're gonna pay the taxes on that." So, that's basically what happened. A lot of people converted to Islam, not only just to, for sure. Okay, the big thing was, they were being occupied by a different country, but they also embraced Islam. And in fact, actually 60% of the population of Bosnia, another thing you need to understand is that there are three groups of people here. There's the Bosniaks, who make up 60% of Bosnia, okay? And they're predominantly Muslim. Then you have the Serbian people, and they kind of live around the perimeter of Bosnia, okay? In this interesting republic, which is not a republic, but it's called Republika Srpska. And the Srpska Republic is basically where Serbians live, and they and it borders Serbia, and this goes back, well, I mean, this goes back to the times of the Yugoslav Republic, you know, under Marshal Tito, and the Republika Srpska was that zone where the Serbians, you know, they basically use that area to come and attack Bosnia back during the siege of Sarajevo between 1992 and 1995. And actually, well, later on I'll show you. We're going to go through a walk through both, like through the old town, and the old town's separated into two parts. Okay, so this is also Old Town. But we'll go through the pedestrian section, and you'll see all the Austro-Hungarian architecture, and then we'll go into the Bascharsha, which means the bazaar, and there you're going to see, you'll see all the big mosques and the bazaar area, and it looks, you know, being here, like sometimes you don't even realize or you forget that you're in Europe, actually, because there's such an influence from Turkey, and there's a lot of not only Turkish scripts, you know, written around, but also Arabic script as well. So anyways, we'll see it all, and I'll show you also some of the parts, like where the Serbians, you know, tossed bombs and everything on Sarajevo during the siege. So let's go. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so we're coming up into the pedestrian part, and this will just take a few moments or so. But if you look over here, actually, right behind me, just a moment. Okay, so you can see here, this is the Eternal Flame. Okay, so it's, wow, okay, this is something really hard to explain and everything. Or I shouldn't say explain, but this is actually from World War II, okay? So this is the part of the siege of Sarajevo. I mean, you can see the communist star up there, the Russian star. Yeah, if somebody knows how to, or somebody can translate that, please help me out. That would be great. Just leave it in the comment. Okay, so this is, I'm just coming into the pedestrian zone right now. And you can see there's a lot of people here, even though it's like post-COVID. Like there's really nobody wearing masks. I was checking the stats, I guess, you know, like on how many people have been vaccinated, and it's only like 10% of the adult population. Bosnia and Herzegovina has a population of like 4.5 million people, so they've got a very low vaccination rate. But like just wandering around here, like you can, you never know that there's any kind of like pandemic still going on or anything. Like people go into the shops like without a mask. Some places you can go. Even the buses here, like I've taken a couple of buses already, and nobody was wearing a mask. I shouldn't say nobody. One or two people, let's say, had a mask on, but otherwise very, very few mask wearers. Now this, traditional Bosnian food, but this is traditional Balkan food. These are cevapi, and the cevapcinica is like the restaurant where they make and they grill them. Okay, this hamburger here, this is called a pleskavica, and this is your mixed meat grill, which is, also awesome, really, really amazing. Okay, this is called Gradska Tržnica. So this is the city indoor market, And actually, I have no idea what this is here, but yeah, actually, it's like a mall, in fact. But you can see this like old socialist architecture, though. Okay, man, it's really hot today, so it's got to be maybe 35 degrees out here. The sun is like just broiling now. It's like around 2:30 in the afternoon. But that's okay though, it's middle of August. What do you expect? Okay, so coming up here, actually, have a look at this. All right, so you can see we're still in the European part of town. Okay, this is a Roman Catholic church. There's a statue of Pope John Paul II. But actually, what's even more interesting about this little square here is all the cafes and everything on both sides. But right here, this is called the Rose of Sarajevo. And you'll see these like, I don't know how to explain it, but basically it's just like where a bomb exploded. So it's been marked over here, and I can actually tell you, where this shell came from. So when you see it like this, actually happened right up there. Okay, so basically the Serbian troops were up there in the mountains, and they just shot, just shot shells galore. And yeah, like one of them just, exploded behind me. I can't remember how many people were killed actually in this bombing, but somebody explained it to me earlier, like a few years ago when I was in Sarajevo, the first time or second time. But you'll see you'll see these marks everywhere here. Yeah, and that's it. So it's the Rose of Sarajevo. Okay, so we're just leaving like the European part of the city, and like basically, the change is pretty abrupt. Like you go from all these European style buildings that you see behind me, and right away you come to the like Turkish architecture, very low houses. Very small, very. Everything is a shop. So anyways, I'll turn the camera around, have a look at this. See, that's what I mean. Like it goes right from that European style. And so this is Bascharsha. In fact, actually, it's denoted right there, the Sarajevo meeting of cultures. And you got east and you have west, okay? Now, Sarajevo is also known as like the Jerusalem of Europe. There are a lot of religions here. It's of course, Islam is probably the predominant religion here in Sarajevo, as well as with the Bosniaks, as I said earlier. But you can see in front of me, well, that's the clock tower, okay, but it's got the crescent actually on top. So but right behind it, you can see the minaret of the main mosque, okay, which is the Gustav, if I'm saying it right, the Gustav Bey Mosque. I mean, look at this here. They're beautiful, beautiful chairs and everything. Yeah, anyways, back to the mosque. So we're coming up to it, and this is actually the largest mosque. Look at that, eh? This is the largest mosque in the Balkans. And that was a target also during the siege of Sarajevo. That was hit several times actually, and rebuilt finally in the end.
Okay, some of us, that's it.
All right, so we're in the Mosque Courtyard. I'm not going to go into the mosque today. I don't have any socks on. You have to take your shoes off, and believe me, I'm going to spare everybody the stench of my feet. All right, but let's have a look around here. It's just beautiful, though. I mean, I'm standing too close to it, so you don't really get the whole effect of the size of it. But it is pretty big, though. And just up here is, well, it's not a cemetery, like, although it kind of looks like it. They're tombs. Oh, there's a cat sleeping on one of them. But this is, yeah, this is typical style of a Muslim gravestone. You know, they're always white. They're always, you know, this kind of like the shape of the minaret. Even that one over there, okay, that's a very typical one. You'll see it in a lot of Islamic cemeteries. Okay, so I'm going to shut up for a little while. I'm going to turn the camera back around. I'm just going to wander around the old market, and we'll come up to Copper Street. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about Copper Street, which is pretty cool, actually. All right, I hope you enjoy the walk, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
No, ma devo dare una fine
Yok. Soğur, soğur.
مرشد عبد اللطيف من المدينه المنوره ما اريد
Okay, I just want to take you down Copper Street, or at least I think it's called Copper Street. But anyways, this is where all like the smiths, you know, their workshops and everything. And so you can see all around here, like you can see all, I don't know if I can make that or not. Yeah, look at all that. All the teapots and jezbas, everything here is made out of copper, tin, and so on. I'll turn the camera around here. Yeah, this is an amazing street. And it's not cheap, so something like this would probably cost, this one here, I would say maybe 100 mark, about 50 euros, maybe even more. Hi, how much does this one cost?
For 4 person is the price 120.
120, okay.
If you want for 2 person, the
the smaller,
60 mark.
60 mark, that's
It is with
beautiful.
discount. Before was 75, but today is 60.
Okay, and this is all made here on this this street, or other?
Yes, the owner all
Makes
make.
it, yeah.
It is this with colors.
Yeah.
It's copper with the silver.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Please, come in. You have better choice inside.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I'll come back in a moment, though, okay? I just want to look down at the end of the street. Thank you very much, then. Okay, all right, bye-bye.
Pišu svašta tako. Na holandsku, na englesku, možeš napisati temelj Utrecht, Amsterdam.
Bio. Koliko košta ovo?
10 maraka. Graviranje besplatno.
10 mark van
We moeten even bedenken wat we op gaan zetten.
Ja, stel dat misschien nog steeds
Allemaal daar niet dat pisje.
Zo'n laatste, nee, je moet even zo'n laatste periode. Ik kon het niet echt, maar hij...
Wat mijn vader was ja.
Aşçı geliyor, öyle bir şeker yapmış ki hanımlar, bu şeker böyle ne şekeri diyorlar ona? Aynı Konya meydan şekeri var ya, böyle sert. Akide şekeri. Akide şekeri getiriliyor padişahın. Padişah da diyor ki, ulan diyor bu ne? Biraz rahat lokum bir şey yapalım mı diyor, rahat lokum diyelim diyor. Şimdi rahat lokum demiş olduğumuz şey, oradaki Türk lokum. Rahat lokum, Türk lokum.
That's one thing I hate about vlogging. Is well, not everybody wants to be filmed. I don't blame them. I don't even like filming myself. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming on this tour. I just want to show you the old town. It's just really, really cool. Just a great place to chill, have a coffee, and just it's an amazing, amazing place for people watching. All right, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.